Welcome back to Video Game News Daily. Your bragging rights the ultimate KD ratio with news versus misinformation. To get notified of new episodes, sign up to the mailing list at signup.videogaменewsdaily.com and subscribe to this podcast for video game news every weekday. It's Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Let's get to the news. We'll start with your backlog getting quietly upgraded. VGC reports that reliable leaker Bill Kun has Assassin's Creed Mirage and Wolong Fallen Dynasty are returning to the PlayStation Plus game catalog for extra and premium this month. That means a modern throwback to classic stealthy Assassin's Creed and a brutally spicy Team Ninja action RPG dropping into the sub. Sony's due to confirm the full December lineup later today, but if this is the core, December's looking pretty stacked. Call of Duty has entered the "We Hear You" phase. In a statement picked up by VGC, the Call of Duty team admits Black Ops 7 hasn't met expectations and promises to stop doing back-to-back Black Ops and Modern Warfare years, aiming for absolutely unique annual entries instead. They're also promising meaningful, not incremental, innovation, which is the Apple model, as we know. To sweeten the deal, there's a free multiplayer and zombies trial plus double XP coming this week, so you can judge the new game without paying for the privilege. Remember that cursed demon statue Jeff Keighley dumped in the Mojave to get people speculating? According to VGC, a set of new Divinity-related trademarks in Europe suggests the statue is teasing a new Larian project. Fans had been guessing everything from God of War to random Diablo expansions, but the timing lines up a little too neatly with those Divinity filings. It's not official yet, but if this isn't Larian, it's one hell of a coincidence. BAFTA has published its 64-game long list for the 2026 BAFTA Games Awards, and it's basically a prestige playlist. As covered by VGC, Arc Raiders and Dispatch are in the running for Best Game alongside Indiana Jones, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Hollow Knight Silksong, and a whole bunch of, oh yeah, I meant to play that. BAFTA members vote early next year with nominations in March and the ceremony in April. For now, consider it a reminder of how much you didn't finish this year. The worst-kept secret in Assassin's Creed just got another helping hand. Peggy has published a rating for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, with no description or platforms, just an 18 rating and warnings for violence, language, and in-game purchases, per VGC. Ubisoft still hasn't officially announced the thing, which is getting comical at this point. With the Game Awards around the corner, it would be more surprising if Black Flag didn't show up. And even if it doesn't, I suggest you check it out. It's one of my last favourites in the Assassin's Creed series. Skyrim refuses to die, and honestly, at this point, why would it? VGC reports that Skyrim Anniversary Edition has shadow dropped on Switch 2, featuring higher resolution, faster load times, motion controls, and amiibo support. New players pay full price, but if you already own the Anniversary Edition on Switch, you get the Switch 2 version as a free upgrade, which is unusually generous for modern re-releases. If you only have the Standard Edition, you can buy the Anniversary upgrade, and that unlocks the Switch 2 version as well. Because they'd hate for you to buy a Switch 2 and then take an arrow to the knee. Jeff Keighley has been doing some expectation management ahead of the Game Awards. Speaking to the game business and picked up by VGC, he says the show has to balance being a trailer showcase and an actual awards ceremony, noting that lots of games get sold out at the Game Awards. Some people show up for the world premieres, others for the trophies, and he's trying to keep both happy while still paying for the stage. So yes, it'll still feel like a 3-hour commercial, but at least the commercials sometimes win awards. On to Resident Evil, and the leaks just keep coming. According to VGC, a pre-download screen for Resident Evil Requiem went live early on the PlayStation Store for some PS5 pre-order customers, showing protagonist Grace Ashcroft and a big, moody shot of Leon S. Kennedy looming behind her. Multiple players have shared the image, and IGN has independently verified that it's legit. Capcom has been teasing legacy characters for a while, so this is less shocking twist and more, yeah, that tracks. If that wasn't enough, GameStop apparently decided to add its own leak on top. A listing of Requiem's deluxe edition spotted by VGC before being edited mentioned costumes and cosmetics for Rosemary Winters, heavily implying she is a second playable character. The listing also name-dropped an expansion pass with 2 extra story scenarios and a big Mercenaries update. because Resident Evil never met a mode it couldn't monetize. Between Grace, Leon, and Rosemary, this thing is turning into a generational reunion tour. And speaking of Capcom, it's got big plans for its second tier of franchises. In a new corporate report highlighted by VGC, President Haruhiro Sugimoto says the company wants Mega Man, Devil May Cry, and Ace Attorney to grow into core IPs on the level of Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter. The big target is 100 million game sales per year, powered by a mix of new releases, remakes, and ports. So if you like courtroom drama, stylish demon hunting, or blue robots, the next few years might actually treat you pretty well, assuming the plans are more than just put everything on another platform again. That's all for today. Subscribe to the Video Game News Daily podcast, sign up to the mailing list at signup.videogaменewsdaily.com for all the news sources and to get notified when a new episode drops. And send this podcast on to a friend if you know they need the news. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.